It's nice to have you in People in Legal, Josephine.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. David.
Look, my absolute pleasure, Josephine. We actually got to know each other, I guess, on LinkedIn. I think maybe a year or so ago. You know, you were telling me about your skills and your experience and what you've been doing. You work in the legal industry. You've got some great experience in the legal industry, and I guess one of your dreams was to actually come overseas and to work in a law firm overseas or a legal technology vendor. And so today, I guess I wanted to introduce you to actually everybody in the audience, all of our subscribers and audience, and let them know all about your great skills and what your dream is and what you wanted to do. So can you tell us a bit about yourself, Josephine?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. David, once again for having me on your podcast. My career journey has been a remarkable blend of opportunities, challenges, and growth. I started with a bachelor's in microbiology. I have taken numerous programs in marketing management, business management, data science, AI, and cybersecurity, innovation and entrepreneurship. And I'm currently pursuing my master's in international business management. With over 10 years experience in marketing, branding, business development, and digital transformation, I drive significant growth across diverse sectors, and I am currently predominant in the legal sector. My journey into the professional world began with a role at Epoxy Oilself Nigeria Limited, that is a chemical maintenance and industry provider where I led the positioning and launch of Epochem brand of products. After my time at Epoxy, I transitioned to IHT Technologies, a multinational ICT education provider where I worked as a marketing and branding director. My role was pivotal in understanding marketing management and utilizing it to spearhead initiatives that significantly enhanced the company's market presence across 25 countries. And then in 2018, I actually transitioned towards the legal sector, joining Olisa Abakoba Legal, a predominant law firm in Nigeria and quite reputable as the director of digital marketing and business transformation. This was a transformative period of my life where I redeveloped the firm's website, incorporating digital marketing strategies, search engine optimizations, and also directed thought leadership, content development, automated distribution of content through Mondac and Lexology, and then oversaw the firm's transitioning to virtual workspace. My effort actually resulted in a substantial increase in the firm's brand visibility, client engagement, I also drove culture of innovative mindset. I served as a catalyst for entrepreneurship within the firm. I drove change and also enhanced the firm's reputation and high ranking on search engine for all its practice areas and sectors, while positioning the firm as a forward-thinking legal powerhouse in Nigeria. Currently, I'm the branding and marketing manager at Aluko and Ebere, one of the largest and most integrated law firms, managing a team of over 150 attorneys, including 24 partners, 5 senior advocates of Nigeria, which is equivalent to the King's Council. I spearhead the development of client-centric marketing and business development strategies, ensuring seamless message delivery and enhancing client connections. I manage a comprehensive client database for personalized communication. I strengthen relationships through targeted marketing, networking events and conferences, and also position the firm as a thought leader through industry events and strategic partnerships. Also, I handle directory management for the firm. I handle the award submissions and also drive content creation. I also host client roundtables and client-driven events and relationship platforms. I drive the firm's CSR, ESG, and pro bono initiatives, leverage the firm's network for investment, develop and implement legal marketing technology stacks to improve efficiency, and also oversee business development, internal training, and also multimedia creation to expand the firm's network. In addition to this role, I have worked extensively with other law firms in my position as the legal website developer and also legal marketing consultant for law firms like Goldsmith Solicitors. At Goldsmith Solicitors, I designed and built the entire law firm's website and also develops SEO optimized landing pages, providing consultancy on website copywriting. I conducted key phrase research to make sure that I'm able to rank the firm's practice areas and sectors on first page on Google across also targeting its diverse clients and prospective clients and target users. Similarly, I also led the development of Monday Solicitors website, SEO web copywriting for the emerging law firm, and landing page development. So I conducted key phrase research just for the sake of positioning the emerging law firms practice areas and sectors across relevant expertise on the first page of Google. Also, even as an emerging law firm, I have been able to position the law firm as to be competing across its, to be competing beyond its corresponding law firms, so also those are new in the industry. Throughout my career, I have consistently demonstrated leadership and prominence with global recognitions, including winning the Outstanding Leader of the Year award at Digital Revolution Awards 2024, and then winning the Digital Transformation Leader of the Year award at the Media Innovator Global Award 2023. I was also nominated in AI and Data Science Leader of the Year by Women Tech Global 2023. My thought leadership has been recognized with multiple Mondac thought leadership awards, earning accolades across various categories like technology, data protection, fintech, compliance, and more. Also, I have contributed to numerous global publications sharing insights on AI, intelligence regulation, cybersecurity law, AI law, digital innovation, and legal technology. I've been an active speaker and panelist at various prestigious events, including Accelerated Digital Transformation Summit, Digital Bank Summit, and the 63rd Annual General Conference hosted by the Nigerian Bar Association. My professional membership spans some notable organizations like Information Technology Professional Association, Institute of Digital Transformation, Women Tech Network Global, and many more. I have also facilitated workshops and seminars promoting digital skills and transformation, especially in the legal sector. My community service in the legal sector includes participating in environmental conservative initiatives like tree planting initiative, work for nature initiatives, and then leading ICT educational outreach, and also driving campaigns for women in cybersecurity, which demonstrates my commitment to social responsibility and professional excellence beyond my normal career.
Wow, you certainly have the skills and abilities. I mean, so I think to myself, like any law firm or professional services firm that would be lucky to have you on board, because you've got certainly the experience and you've got the expertise and knowledge, and you're actually a very, very motivated person. I mean, I know from our discussions on LinkedIn and what you and your desires to sort of, I guess, to really you know, work in either Australia, the UK, New Zealand, or one of those sort of countries. I know that that's one of the big dreams you've actually got. So tell us about your dream, Josephine.
My dream is actually to make global impact in my role, regardless of the position. So beyond driving innovations and transformation in the legal sector and also working as a business development director, my first dream is to actually find myself in a challenging work environment beyond my country, Nigeria, where I'm able to lead this transformative impact and initiative, and also have a taste of what it means to work in another country. So I have had the opportunity of collaborating with people beyond my country remotely, but I hadn't had the opportunity of having a physical feel working with these people or working with organizations beyond my company, beyond Nigeria physically. So my dream is to become a global leader. It's something that is, apart from a personal drive, it's a drive that is going to reinforce on the organization that I work with, because I'm going to have this thought leadership engagement, and also I'm going to facilitate my writing and speaking thought leadership impact within the organization that I find myself outside the country. As I'm going to actually drive growth, I'm going to drive impact and innovation. So my first dream is trying to leverage my competence in the legal sector, finding myself or immersing myself in a multinational organization or any challenging organization or even new organizations operating in the legal sector, either in Australia. I want to start with Australia, New Zealand. Then you can consider UK, and then eventually transition towards a global aspect of it. But regardless of the position, I just want to find myself in a challenging environment where I can make impact beyond the local jobs and the opportunities that I've got in working in the legal sector in Nigeria.
Yeah, wow. I mean, and I think there's people out there who could actually really use your skills as well, Josephine. I know how committed and how dedicated you are to the legal sector. If I was an employer in the legal sector, and say for example, I was a mid-sized law firm, so mid-sized or mid-sized law firm, and I was looking to use your skills, what kinds of things could you do for me in 6 months? So what sort of things, what impact could you make in 6 months in a law firm in terms of the business development and marketing side of things?
Okay, I'm going to use a practical example to explain this. Let me start with Olisabakoba Lego. When I joined Olisabakoba Lego, the firm has this traditional mindset because of the leader who has been keen to manual processes, and also wants to also passionate about driving the firm's digital presence. So I was brought in as a digital marketing manager and also business transformation manager. And the first 6 months my first target was actually driving the firm's online presence. So I started with website development and also connecting and training the lawyers, because I also trained the lawyers on business transformation. I trained the lawyers on SEO copywriting, content development, and guided them towards the writing content that are not just good for the audience or users, but are good for search engine ranking. And then at the end of the day, after my website development, SEO optimization, I was able to position the firm towards the towards the first page of Google, and also make them quite competitive in the local space. Apart from that, when it comes to digital transformation, I help the firm to, this happened within the first 2 months of joining Olisabakoba Lego. From the 3rd month, I delved into transitioning to the virtual workspace. So the firm also had challenge trying to manage their documents and cases on a physically having a library or library or pack of books. They needed to transition such to the virtual. So I started with process of getting a scanner that was able to scan all the documents, and also used IT Clio and legal content management. I also use legal practice management system to be able to gather the various expertise and departments within the firm, getting them to automate their documents and also place it on a digital folder. So after that, even though I faced issues with resistance, because these people are already accustomed towards the physical and the manual process. So it was quite difficult. So I tried to incorporate innovative mindset through training, through guidance, through encouraging the other team members, and also identify catalysts for change, those who easily understood my own part and was able to help me to drive others towards the innovation, just to get them to transition to the virtual workspace. Joining Aluko and Ebere, the first impact I made was on the aspect of the digital marketing. So email marketing, sorry. So I realized that we have a pool of client database, and unfortunately, the client engagement wasn't really as fast as possible. So because the Aluko and Ebere is already one of the largest law firm in Nigeria, so it's at the top of the competition already. The major challenge I found was client relationship and client retention challenges. So what I did was, first of all, I led the firm's transition to a new Deltec Vantage Point CRM. I also trained the lawyers and also educated the team members on how to use Deltek CRM for the sake of managing client matter, managing client information, managing client contact, and also integrated the Deltek CRM into our email marketing platform to transition this contact and database towards email marketing. And then I try to also change the email content development and also make it to be convertible enough and also increase the engagement through email marketing. And then subsequently, I entered the firm's CSR and ESG initiative. I tried to lead collaborations with external partners, strategic alliances for the sake of driving pro bono works and initiatives, CSR, ESG, just for the sake of presenting the firm as a socially responsible law firm. And then I work with the human resource management, we call it people and culture unit, to also emphasize on employees' well-being. The purpose of it is that I needed to align with the people and culture unit to make sure that the employees are good enough to help us tell the stories out there. And also we get them engaged to develop videos and content that we can share out there. In addition, I also led the industry networking and event collaboration. So I'm at the key of the first award submission. So these things, I started making impact within the first 6 months of every law firm that I joined, from Odisaba Koba Lego to Alukande Ebere, even at Goldsmith Solicitors, because it took me less than 3 months for me to position Goldsmith Solicitors as a competing law firm on first page on Google, and also took me another less than 2 months to position Mandel Solicitors at the first page of Google. So 6 months actually to me is a lot for me to make impact.
It's amazing the things you did in 6 months. I mean, it didn't actually even less time. And so basically anybody who hires you could actually see a very good return on investment in a pretty decent time. Josephine, what's your ideal, if there's people out there watching our audience right now, what would be the perfect situation for you? What would be great for you in terms of actually a job, and how would they, I guess in terms of an opportunity for you, what would it be? What would it look like?
Okay, in terms of opportunity, I'm looking at, because I already have the experience and the knowledge of business development and marketing, and also business transformation. So I'm looking at taking up senior leadership positions, or not senior, but leadership positions, continuing my leadership positions in business development, in legal marketing, and in legal business transformation. So I'm looking to join a firm, either a new firm who happens to have challenged by building its presence in the legal market, because I already have the background skills and the technical experience, and I have the capacity to drive that kind of law firm towards a competitive landscape. I'm also looking to join a mid-sized law firm who is who has actually, to a good extent, gotten a position in the market, but found challenges trying to build up its competition because of the emerging technologies and the emerging digital challenges or digital tools that are posing significant challenges for this mid-law firm to adjust and also remain competitive in the market. So I'm bringing in my relevant ideas, my experience in business transformation, trying to guide the firm on how to remain competitive and how to also, expand their practice and expertise. So take, for instance, recently Alukande Ebere started with a new practice areas, private wealth practice. It was just a new practice that was started last 2 months, and I was at the top of driving the private wealth practice. So now, even if you go to Google to type private wealth practice law firm in Nigeria, Alukande Ebere happens to be the first, because Google always recommends Alukande Ebere as a private wealth practice law firm in Nigeria. And this was driven by myself. So this is the kind of thing I want to bring to the table to any mid-sized law firm who has passion to drive new expertise and sectors and also target new market segments. Then I also find that I'm looking to join developed and large law firms, because I'm already with the largest law firm in Nigeria. So I already have the opportunity to work with over 150 lawyers. I already have opportunity to work with across all the awards and directories. I manage all the legal awards and directories for these top law firms. I have been in engagements where top law firms engage in trainings, networking events, and conferences. So I'm not new in this area. So I can be able to leverage my expertise to maintain the relevance and the reputation an already developed law firm have, and even seek out new opportunities for client acquisition and client retention, and also leverage on them to maintain their market leadership in the field.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, as I say, I think any firm that picks you up or actually offers you an opportunity it would be very lucky, because you sound like you've got some amazing skills. I mean, I think any professional services firm, accounting firms as well. So I mean, I was actually had a really interesting discussion today with an executive in an accounting firm, and I think legal and accounting are both the professional services marketing aspect is there's some similarities there. What would if it was an Australian, New Zealand, or UK company, they'd need to actually investigate sponsoring you to get you into that company? Is that's right? That's the process they'd go through. So they would actually sponsor you.
Yes, actually, I'm open and flexible to sponsorship. If an organization considers me worthy and eligible for their sponsorship, and I'm willing to engage in such discussion and conversation with the organization. So I also want to identify their current challenges, pain points, ask questions with the I also have a collaboration or discussion with the company executive to identify what the current need is, even ahead of accepting the sponsorship, because I also want to align my competencies and my skills towards what their actual problem is, and also doing my research to understand how I'm going to make impact or drive growth for these companies. But I'm very much open to sponsorship, and I'll be willing if I'm able to understand what the needs and the reputation of this company is, or what they aim to achieve, so that from the onset, I have my plan and I'm able to achieve success, so that at the end of the day, the company will be able to get their return on investment and whatever expenses that they have actually made in the process of sponsoring me and driving me to their company.
I like your approach. I mean, I think the approach of actually working with you to understand their needs. Maybe you can deliver some projects for them remotely. Maybe there's that potential opportunity. And then if you guys got to know each other and work together and things like that, there's an opportunity or pathway to actually work with you within the firm itself. But I like the approach. I mean, you listen and learn, understand, figure out if there's an alignment between your skills and what their needs are. But I think you'd be a very valuable person to have on the team, Josephine. So, I mean, the video really is about actually, I mean, we've had some great discussions so far. I know how passionate you are about actually getting and working for an Australian, New Zealand, or UK company that's a law firm or an accounting firm. And I wanted to actually use this podcast as a way to reach out to our audience to see if there are opportunities for you to actually open a discussion with them.
Okay, I would really appreciate, Mr. David. I appreciate the opportunity you have given to me on this podcast. And one thing that is certain about me is that I'm very passionate, and I have this commitment and dedication towards innovation and excellence. So I don't just delve into opportunity without actually identifying what the actual problem is. So before I can join any organization, I also want to understand what is my purpose, what is the need, what is the problem. So what do you expect me to achieve, so that it can help me to tailor my expertise and competence towards making success for the organization. And then my results and my achievements are what I use to for future achievements, because I'm always passionate about making achievements. I'm always driven to shout out, to talk about my achievements and my whatever that I have gotten for each organization, because at the end of the day, that's what drives my career. And I am always willing to understand law firms' needs, especially those beyond Nigeria.
Excellent. I've really enjoyed chatting with you today, Josephine. Thank you so much for your time. And what we'll do is we'll leave a link. We'll leave a link in our summary towards your LinkedIn page and towards that. And I guess one of the things I'd say if law firms want to chat with you about what you can do for them and help them, I mean, I guess you'll be open to talk to the law firms and understand their needs better. And I guess they can reach you. We'll put your email address in there as well. And yeah, hopefully you get lots and lots of people interested, and when we can look back in 3 or 6 months' time, and you can give us an update.
Okay, I will really appreciate. So, do you want me to chat my email address?
We'll actually put that into the summary. So that's fantastic. But thank you, Sam, host Josephine, for your time today. Really appreciate it. And we'll actually make sure that we link back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. I really appreciate it once again.